The Water Diviner is directed by and stars Russell Crowe as an Australian farmer who sets out to find his three lost sons after his wife passes away. Supposedly, his sons were killed during a battle in World War I, so he heads off to Turkey to possibly get some clues on where they could be and if they're still alive. This is one of those movies where I heard nothing about it. I saw one trailer for it in front of While We're Young, which is an okay movie. But I saw this trailer and I noticed that the movie was said directed by Russell Crowe. And I'm like, oh, Russell Crowe is one of those actors where he was really good in the past, but lately, he's like Kevin Costner, where it's like he was really good back in the day, but now it's just like he doesn't care anymore. And like, if he didn't really care about acting, why would he be a good director? What could he possibly do to change his game from actor to director? But then I decided to research the movie before seeing it, and I found out that it won 3 Australian Academy Awards, including one for Best Picture. So naturally, I thought, wow, this actually must be a good movie. I mean, the reviews seem to be really good. It's got that Australian Academy Award attention, so what could go wrong? As for the movie, there are many parts in the movie that are very well done, that are deserving of those Oscars, and then there are other parts that are just like, yeah, this is not working out well. But let's start with the good stuff. Russell Crowe is fantastic in this movie, which is surprising that the one movie he's finally good in after some time is directed by himself. Seems like nobody can direct Russell Crowe but Russell Crowe. Not since the remake of 3:10 to Yuma has he been this good of an actor. In terms of his duty as director, it's a mixed bag. There are some parts that don't work very well, but he seems to be very good with other actors. Even some who generally don't give good performances in most of their movies, like Jai Courtney, and I'm forgetting her name, but she was the Bond girl in Quantum of Solace, the main Bond girl. But both of those actors were really good. It's got some beautiful cinematography. There are some emotionally powerful moments. So it's got some really good moments that are deserving of those Australian Academy Awards. Where this movie fails, though, is in terms of its story. There's a lot of elements that seem very awkward and sometimes pointless. There's a subplot between the hotel owner and her husband's brother that it comes and goes nowhere. Like, you could cut it out of the movie, nobody would have missed it. There's some awkward moments that are mainly due to Russell Crowe's direction. Like, these are the elements that he doesn't really do very well. There are some flashback scenes in this movie where it just feels awkward, and I kind of hate to use this movie as an example, but it reminded me of Jaws the Revenge, in the sense that in Jaws the Revenge, there were sequences that Ellen Brody has flashbacks to, but she never actually witnessed. Same thing here. There are some flashbacks that Russell Crowe has of his sons that he never actually witnessed. The score is actually used very inappropriately at times. Like, there are some dramatic moments in the movie that have this loud, powerful, we gotta be dramatic score, and I felt like it was very distracting and almost inappropriate. Like, those sequences could have been better off without music. The less you use in a movie, the better. And the opening sequence is not well directed either. Like, it begins with a battle sequence, and a lot of the soldiers, when they charge into battle, might as well have been tiptoeing into battle, because it looked like they were very light on their feet. Maybe they were trying to avoid landmines, but it just looked very silly. But overall, I think this movie is more good than it is bad. Again, Russell Crowe's fantastic. A lot of the other actors do a great job. It's got some beautiful cinematography, but the story can feel a little dragged out. There are some moments that you could have cut easily, and it would have made a shorter film. But as it stands, it's an hour and 50 minutes long. I was never really bored. So I'd say it's good, but it's not great. I can definitely see some people really loving this movie, mainly those who have experienced what Russell Crowe's character goes through in the movie. I feel like they can definitely relate to him. In terms of sequences that involve his wife and his sons, especially the end, I feel like those kinds of people could really appreciate it. But for me, myself, I thought it was a really good movie, but I've seen other movies like this done better, but this is still good nonetheless. And that's my review for The Water Diviner. And that's my review for The Water Diviner. Leave a comment and tell me what you thought of the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Like, subscribe. And this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one.